NFL 23, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Titans and the Packers on Thursday night primetime.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
It's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty. Because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, Jackson. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Leading them out in his second season now out of Stanford. Here's Davis Mills.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
On play action, Mills. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mills. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down throw for Mills. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Mills. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They start the drive with Cook, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 2nd and 9, Jackson to the right. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Jackson on first down. And complete right side to Cook. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
On second down, there's the option going left. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. Jackson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. To throw is Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Mills. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Mills. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Titans to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting, as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15.
Shaquille Leonard in there to blow that play up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Touchdown, Packers!
George Pickens
from 13 yards out.
And the Packers are back within a score. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Left side, caught by Matthews.
And he will have a Titans first down, at least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Left side, Cook.
We'll get this to about the 38.
From the 38, Jackson. He's got it to Williams.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Down to about the 45. From the 45 on second down, Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and in. On third down, Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away.
Back deep, Daz Newsome.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mills. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Looking to throw is Mills. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Second and 5 now.
Mills.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down.
Mills to throw it.
Hard throw, incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to drive a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Jackson. This is complete to Michael Thomas. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. It's hauled in by Hardy. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Again, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. And they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have a Titans 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Jackson's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Mecole Hardman from a yard out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Working out of the gun, Mills. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Up the middle, Ingram. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills. He finds Pickens over the middle. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
On the check down, it's Ingram.
Call it a gain of a yard, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Mills on 3rd and 2.
Throw left side complete. That's Ingram.
And he's going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
Caught by Cobb. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Mills.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
3rd and short yardage, Mills.
Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Butker's kick here is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 16, Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again is Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Good games galore in that Sunday lineup. We'll highlight the one going on in Atlanta. A big one for the Falcons as they get set to play host to the Chicago Bears. In the late afternoon games, one to keep an eye on for sure will be in Minneapolis, where it'll be the Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. And then lastly, it's fiesta time on Monday Night Football. The Niners and Cardinals from Mexico City. That'll be a fun one in the NFC West. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They run out of the gun with Swift, finding space at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it. And the running game is starting to pay off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, Mills. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. On second down, Mills again. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mills. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Mills now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. DeAndre Swift from 6 yards away. And the Packers have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A 3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after 1 play, it appears that the answer is yes.
From midfield now, here's Jackson, and it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll pick the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's hauled in by Hardy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Holding, offense. Can't do that.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Seibert's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw is Mills. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A 1st down throw for Mills. And he rifles one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mills again. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw, Mills. And he'll find Pittman. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Mills on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
From the shotgun, it's Mills. And that is incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram.
And there to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. On 2nd down, Ingram again.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up first down.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, Hardy. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Jackson on 1st down.
He's going to get this one down to Cook.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
From the 36, Jackson. Left side, caught by Matthews. A 5-yard pass on first down and another 5-yard connection there. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got it to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd down and 8.
Here's Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Max Williams, 31 yards.
And the Titans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Seibert on for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packers offense set to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Mills. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On 2nd down, Swift.
Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
On third down, here comes Swift. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Mills now looks to throw on first down. Connecting here with Pittman on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
On second down, Mills again. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down. And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
To the right side, and he's got more complete.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Butker's kick here is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Throwing on second down, Jackson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. To throw is Jackson. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he will have a Titans first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On second down, Jackson. That pass is caught by Hardy. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
A first down throw for Mills.
And this is incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mills.
He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
And this is caught. He hits Moore.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Mills back to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run it again with Cook. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and never an easy thing to do, no matter how good Green Bay is, what the year is, to come into Lambeau and get the victory, but they did it.
You're not just battling the team that you're playing that day. You're not just battling the crowd that's in attendance in that game. You're battling the history of the franchise. You're battling the ghosts that swirl around that place that help spur them on to victory. It is an unbelievable atmosphere, the most historic place in the league, and you have to make sure you stay focused on your task. Otherwise, you can get easily distracted.
Yeah, hats off to them for keeping that laser focus and getting the victory. So for the Titans, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.